Hey everybody, it's Tessa from Lavender in Bloom Flower Farm here in Georgetown, Kentucky. I've got a new project that I'm not sure will work. I have a project that did work and I have a project that did not work. So I'm going to tell you about all of those today. But I hope you can learn from our mistakes if you're starting a farm of your own or growing flowers at your home. Welcome to the Dahlia Patch, everyone. This is the new project that I'm working on. Dahlias here in 6B, most people treat them as annuals. So they dig them up every fall and store them and replant them in the summer or the spring. With the no-dig dahlias, you leave your dahlias in the ground and you mulch them with about a foot of leaves and cover them with a tarp, a waterproof tarp, so that they don't get moist over the winter and cause the tubers to rot. So we are going to try that this year. This is just a few dahlias that I planted this year, and they did really well. You want them to go through a few frosts, and they certainly have here. So they've kind of shriveled up, and we're going to cut them down even to the ground. And then I'm going to leave the dahlia stems in place. From what I understand, nothing feeds the plant like the plant itself. That's from Jenny Love, No-Till Flowers. So we'll leave all the plant material there and then we'll mulch with leaves. So I'll get started. We just have like a 3 foot by 6 foot area. It's not very big, so it shouldn't take me too long to do this. Another neat thing about growing dahlias this way, leaving them in the ground, the tubers will come up really early in the season, and you will supposedly have dahlias blooming in June, which does not happen when you transplant the tubers. They don't flower till September, maybe August, September, October, and then if we get an early freeze, then you just really don't have too much time with the dahlias. So I'm excited to see, if we have an early warm spring, we might have dahlias, I don't know, end of May? Is that too early? Too early to wish for? I had used these bamboo sticks to try to make a corral around the dahlias, so I'll take them, store them in the barn. Dahlias actually like to be perennials. They are perennials in Mexico. Supposedly the cold temperatures aren't really what kills or what causes the dahlias to rot. It's the moisture. So we'll put a tarp over top of it, over top of the dahlia bed, and secure it with some concrete blocks and try to keep the water out for the winter. You could even use these as dried flowers if I had picked them early enough. I've got 3 big bags of leaves, so I'll go ahead and spread those. We have more leaves if this isn't enough. Of course, will break down over the winter. The worms and all the other critters will come up and munch on them to break them down over the winter. And the worm castings, I think they call it castings, the poo, has a lot of enzymes that really nurture the soil. I don't know enough about it to really tell you extensively, but check out no-till farmers and no-till growers. No-till flowers and no-till growers. It's really amazing, and it makes so much sense to me why this should work. When you do no-till, you sometimes have less weeds, you have less pest pressure, and you don't have the need to use synthetic fertilizers or herbicides. We're certified naturally grown, so we don't do that anyway, but it just makes sense to use what is in nature and let it do its thing, what it was designed for. So it's a new topic for me, so it's very interesting and exciting. You could go ahead and wet down the leaves, but I just raked them up this morning, so they're a little bit wet already. I think I'll hopefully be able to get the tarp on in time. They won't blow away. It's not as big as I thought it was. The worms do like a dark area, so I'll try to get a dark colored tarp on the next week or two. I ran out of concrete blocks. Oh wait, there's another one. I think that bag of rocks might be heavier than the concrete block. It'll work for now. All right. So there's the dahlia bed. I don't think that took very long, maybe 30 minutes. The other project that did not work out, I'll show that to you next. Our failed project for this year is Ranunculus. I did really good getting started with them. I soaked them, I sprouted them, and when I was hardening them off, it froze one night. So they got frostburn, and then we planted them here, and there's nothing. Actually, that might be a tiny one. And when I planted them, it hadn't frosted at all. And so I'm wondering if a bunny ate them or something. I don't think. I think that's the only one that made it. So, yeah, I don't know whether to go ahead and, I might put a milk jug over that, see if it'll actually come up. We might have the one ranunculus. There is a benefit to having a messy car. Almost always have what you need. I found an old milk jug, and I'm gonna cut the top off and put it over the ranunculus, that one baby ranunculus that has survived, and that'll keep it insulated from the temperatures. And I think this week we're not gonna get any more freezing temperatures, so if it survives, it's gonna be very lucky. Okay, so here's my milk jug, top cut off, and I'm 95% sure this is the ranunculus. We will find out in the spring. And I'm just gonna put it here. And I think I'm gonna see if, I think I have a couple of fabric pins I might be able to stick in there. Let's find out. Okay, so this has turned into a not fail. I kind of dug out a little bit of area around the ranunculus, and I put a weed fabric pin there, and then I just poked into there. I'm just gonna use this. It's pretty stable, and I did poke holes in the top for a little bit of airflow, so we'll come out here periodically, and maybe that'll be something that we can watch through the winter together to see how the ranunculus baby survives. Our last project that did work was propagating some lavender. If you remember that video, we took some lavender cuttings maybe 6 weeks ago. I'll try to link that video above. I kept this tray in a south-facing window in the house. It does get a lot of sun and is very warm. I bottom watered the tray every few days and misted the leaves maybe every other day. Here you can see the little white roots on the Grasso variety. We have some Melissa and Folgate that look good. The Royal Velvet, those 2 rows on the right, did not make it. They're one of the most difficult to propagate, and guess what? They are my favorite. You can take lavender cuttings even during the winter, so when we have another warm day, I'll take some more cuttings. I would love to have enough to fill in spaces in our field where we've lost some plants over the years. Turned out that our fail wasn't really a fail, it was just a learning experience, so that's nice. And we got the dahlias tucked in. If you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Highlight the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Thanks for watching. It's cold. It's like 31. I thought it was going to warm up today, but no. We got all our chores done, so I'm headed home for some hot coffee. So, this is the bird bath, bee bath. It is frozen. Just want to make sure they can get to it. I doubt they're out flying around, but the sun will probably melt it in a little bit. Woo! Waterproof boots, even if it's not raining, are a great idea. Okay, bees.